How to study like a topper and become extraordinary in your studies and in your exam performance. So this video is mainly for our young viewers, but it will be equally applicable to someone who is not just in school or college or university, but someone who is going for some competitive exams, going for some particular kind of certification. And if you are a professional who is learning some new tools, techniques or processes or getting ready for some certification, this video is really help you. Though there are hundreds of tools, techniques and processes that you can implement, but these are the three things that I am going to explain, which are going to create a significant change the way you are learning, the way you are memorizing and the way you are reproducing in the exam or at the time of test or presentation. So it is going to be significantly impactful in your studies or in your preparation. Are you ready for it? I'm sure you are. Hey, hello awesome tribe, this is Awesome AZ, your mentor, guide and coach in your personal transformation, and thank you for being in our awesome tribe. Now, I have been making many videos on relationship, money, jobs and many other things, but our young viewers were regularly requesting for some videos on exam success or some videos how to become better in studies and how to use their power of mind in really do extraordinary in their studies or in their preparation for competitive exams or some certification that you are going through. So if you were requesting for videos like this, do let me know in the comment section. Or there are many people in our awesome tribe who are parents and who have a son or daughter who is in school or college or university, or who have a brother or sister who is going through some studies or some exam preparation. You can share this video with them as well, because it is going to be very impactful. So I'm going to give you three major things that you should do on a regular basis, which will create a significant change the way you are studying and the way you are memorizing and the way you are performing. And if you are a topper, you must be doing it consciously, unconsciously. However, those of you who are struggling in your studies, or you are not able to recall stuff, you are not able to memorize things, you are not able to comprehend things, or you are not able to present in the exam, then it will create a significant change. And like I said, there are hundreds of different methodologies, tools, techniques, memorizing technique, and these are three processes that many people are not aware about, especially who are not topper or who are not genius level extraordinary performer. They are not aware about it. So this simple thing could have made huge difference in their studies, but they are not using it or not aware of it. That is why they are lacking behind. So these are the things. Now, if you are struggling in your studies, you must be wondering one thing. When you watch some movies or when you read a novel, you remember every damn thing from that movies or that novel, and you remember every single scene, you remember almost all the dialogues, you remember everything. And when you discuss with your friends or discuss on an online forum, you recall everything. But when it's come to studies, you wonder why you don't remember anything, or why you don't remember the key things. Especially when you go for the exam, you wonder why it's difficult for you to recall or comprehend or present things. And this question must be bothering you, and you must be wondering like why. And I would like to share something from my school days. Like, there were some of my friends who used to say this thing, and when we were talking, they used to say, and who were not doing really good in studies, they used to say like, why we are having exams on these books? Why not there should be some exam on the movies that we are watching? Because they were remembering everything. And of course, I was a movie buff, so I remember almost all the scenes, all the dialogues, everything. And they used to wonder like, how come they remember everything about the movies, but not about the subject matters or what they are learning from the books. So here is the thing, the first thing. Why you remember a movie, or when you read a novel, like even in movie they are presenting everything, but think about a novel. When you read a novel, you are again reading, same as when you are reading the textbook. But when you are reading a novel, every time when you are reading, you are visualizing, you are creating those images. And sometimes if the novel or the story is very captivating, then you take time and visualize it. You create those images in front of you. And you comprehend those situations, you create everything inside your mind. So that is why it goes deep inside your mind. And remember, all the people who are genius, they do it. Even people who consider themselves math genius, because math is something you cannot visualize in these terms, but still people who consider themselves math genius, they could able to do all the calculation in their mind. I know this because during the school time I was extraordinary in mathematics, and I was a genius at that time in mathematics, and I used to solve all the calculations, everything in my mind. And I was doing extraordinary. So I used to solve all kind of calculations, all kind of equations in my mind without using a pen or paper. So that has helped me do and learn mathematics in a very different level as compared to my friends. And later on, when I interacted with many of my friends who were genius or who were extraordinary in any subject, like especially when I was studying engineering, and my friends who were very extraordinary in any subject, they were following the same process. Whenever we are studying mechanics or machine dynamics or something, thermostat or something, or physics or anything, the one who is extraordinary or best in that subject, they always visualize it inside their mind. Whether someone is great in literature, they create those stories inside their mind. So the 3 steps that you are going to follow mainly to study at a topper level or at a genius level is, the first thing, when you are studying anything, start visualizing it, start creating those images in your mind. Like for example, when you watch a movie, that image is already being presented to you in front of you. But when you are reading a novel, you are reading everything, but with that you are creating those images in front of you, inside your mind. That is why you could able to feel it, you could able to remember it. And everyone who is a genius in any subject, they always create those images in their mind. If you are great in literature, it's because when you are reading something, you are creating those images inside your mind. If you are good in history, when you are reading, you are imagining everything inside your head. If you are great in physics, when you are reading physics, you are imagining. See, even people who consider themselves math genius, they also imagine everything inside their head. Like they solve these equations and everything inside their head. That is why when you read anything and you imagine and you create, you try to create those pictures, those things inside your head, it will become a lot easier for you to remember and comprehend. So if you are struggling in studies, one of the reason you don't like it, or one of the reason you forget it, or you don't able to comprehend it, because you are not using your mind, deeper mind, the subconscious mind, the faculty of imagination, the power of imagination to visualize, to comprehend, to see it, feel it in your mind. If you cannot do it, you will never able to remember anything, not at all. That is why you could able to remember a movie, you could able to remember a cartoon program, you could able to remember an animation, but you are not able to remember your study books. So this is the first step. And all the people, all the toppers, or all the people who are great in studies, or who have a genius level understanding, or who are always carrying everything, it's this process is the first thing that they do. Always when you are studying, when you study something, understand something, or even not understanding clearly, to understand, you have to visualize it. You have to see it in your mind. You have to imagine how it is happening, what is happening, what this thing is explaining, what is its physical significance. And the best part is, these days so much of animation, so much of materials are available which can actually give you that feel or that physical significance or animated process of these things. So it becomes a lot easier for you. That is the first step. Whatever you are studying, when you study a concept, then create that concept inside your head. Visualize it, imagine it, see the process. The second is, when you are done studying for the day, like for example, or when you are done studying for 2 hours or 3 hours on a particular subject, after that you take 15 to 20 minutes, and when you are done with that, then you close your eyes, or with open eyes, try to recall what all you have studied. Yes, this is something so many students, they never do it in their life, except people who are toppers, people who are at genius level. They never recall it immediately, because you know, in the science of memory, the memory has a different structure. It first always, any data that you receive it and there is no emotional connect into it, it always keep in the temporary memory. If you don't revise it, it will go away. So when you study something or done studying a subject for 2 hours, 3 hours or 1 hour or whatever time you have given, after that you take some time and try to recall. You don't have to recall everything in detail, but try to recall what are the key points, what are the things you have studied, what are the topics you have covered today. So it just takes 15 minutes, but it will create a massive impact. Then the next thing you can do is next day, before you start studying, you recall what all you have studied. Maybe you can go through your notebook, or maybe you can go through the books or your paper or something. But next day before starting, or after coming from school or classes or college, before doing, revise what all. Just try to recall as much as possible, or just go through your notes or go through your preparation sheets and check what all you have studied yesterday. So it's like revising it again. You refresh, you hit the refresh button in your mind and try to just scan it through. And the next one is every week, once in a week, you go through whatever you have studied during the week. And if you could able to do this thing, visualize and comprehend, revise every single day whatever you have studied. Next day before starting it, just recall what you have studied the day before, and once in a week just scan through whatever you have studied. Just scan through. You don't have to go deep into everything. Just scan through, just like you scan through once. If you could able to do it, your power of remembering, your power of memorizing all the concepts and data, your subject matters, your power of comprehending, and your power of presenting again at the time of presentation or exam or any time when somebody is asking you would go significantly higher. And when you start doing it, your power of focus and concentration in the study will also go higher. And the most interesting thing about this process is once you start doing it, and when you realize that whatever you are studying, you are able to comprehend it, you are able to memorize it, and you are able to present it, then your confidence in yourself will go significantly higher. You will have more interest in studying, you will enjoy this process, and it will take your performance significantly higher. And then you to become a genius or take yourself to the topper level performance, and you will see that once you start implementing, you will have extraordinary performance in your upcoming exam. So my friend, this is the power of mind that you use, and always remember the mind works in two ways. You have to comprehend something, create those images inside your mind, and then you have to keep revising those images for a certain period of time in regular interval, so that you could able to keep them alive, and then you could able to present them. And when you do it, your confidence, your focus, everything will go higher. And I want all of you to start implementing it so that you will see significant change. If this video has inspired you, or if this video is immensely helpful to you, like it, share it with someone you love, and do let me know in the comment section. Thank you. If you are new here, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon and be a part of our awesome tribe. Thank you.